Good morning, students. Now, in chapter 13, probability, next topic, multiplication theorem on probability and Bayes theorem. Multiplication theorem on probability. Let E and F be two events associated with the sample space S. Clearly, the set E intersection F denotes the event that both E and F have occurred. In other words, E intersection F denotes the simultaneous occurrence of the event E and F. The event E intersection F is also written as EF. We know that the conditional probability of event E given that F has occurred is denoted by PE upon F, and given by PE upon F is equal to E intersection F upon PF. PF is not equal to 0. From this result, we can write PE intersection F is equal to PF into PE upon F. Equation 1. Also, we know that PF upon E is equal to PF intersection E upon PE. PE is not equal to 0. So, PF upon E is equal to PE intersection upon PF, since E intersection F is equal to F intersection E. Thus, PE intersection F is equal to PE into PF upon E. Equation number 2. Now, combining equation 1 and equation 2, then P intersection F will be equal to PE into PF upon E is equal to PF into PE upon F, provided PE is not equal to 0 and PF is not equal to 0. The above result is known as multiplication rule of the probability. Clear? Now, multiplication rule of probability for more than two events. So, for more than two events, let if EFG are three events of sample space, we have PE intersection F intersection G is equal to PE into PF upon E into PG upon E intersection F. To put the values PE, PF upon E, PG upon EF, you can write. Similarly, the multiplication rule of the probability can be extended for the 4 or more events. You can extend. Clear? Now, independent events. According to definition of the independent events, consider the experiment of drawing a card from a deck of 52 playing cards, in which the elementary events are assumed to be equally likely. If E and F denotes the events of the card drawn is spade and the card drawn is an ace respectively, so PE will be 13 by 52, PF will be 4 by 52 is equal to 1 by 13. Now, PE upon F will be PE intersection F upon PF is equal to 1 by 4. Now, PE is equal to 1 by 4 is equal to E by PE by F. So, we can say that the occurrence of event F has not affected the probability of occurrence of the event E. Thus, E and F are two events such that the probability of occurrence of one of them is not affected by occurrence of the other. Such events are called independent events. So, for independent events, you have to remember PE intersection F is equal to PE into PF. Clear? according to definition of the independent events, E and F be two events. Let E and F be two events associated with the same random experiment, then E, F and F are said to be independent if PE intersection F is equal to PE into PF. Clear? Three events A, B, C are said to be mutually independent if PA intersection B intersection C is equal to PA into PB into PC. Clear? Now see the example. A person has undertaken a construction job. The probabilities are 0.65 that there will be strike, 0.80 that the construction job will be completed on time if there is no strike, and 0.32 that the construction job will be completed on time if there is a strike. Determine the probability that the construction job will be completed on time. So now let A be the event that the construction job will be completed on time. B be the event that there will be a strike. We have PA. We have to find PA. Means we have to find the probability that job will be completed on time. So we have PB is equal to 0.65 is given here. P no strike will be 1 minus PB. PA upon B is equal to 0.32 already given. And PA upon B dash 0.80 already given. Clear? Now PA will be equal to PB PA upon B plus PB dash plus PA upon B dash. B dash or B bar means B dash or B bar means probability of not B. 1 minus PB. Clear? PB dash means 1 minus PB. PB dash or PB bar same thing. So PA will be equal to PB into PA upon B plus PB dash into PA upon B dash. Now put the values and calculate it, then you have required probability. Clear, students? Now next, Bayes theorem. If E1, E2 dash dash En are non-empty events which constitute a partition of sample space S, means E1, E2, En are pairwise disjoint, and E1 union E2 union dash dash En is equal to S, and A is any event non-zero probability, then PE1 upon A, then PEI upon A is equal to PEI into PA upon EI upon sigma or summation I is equal to 1 to n PEI into PA upon EI, where I is equal to 1, 2, 3 up to dash dash n. Clear? 1, 2, 3 dash dash n value of I. Now see the example. Bag first contains 3 red 4 black balls, while another bag second contains 5 red and 6 black balls. One ball is drawn at random from one of the bags, and it is found to be red. Find the probability that it was drawn from bag second. So here, let E1 be the event of choosing the bag first, E2 be the event choosing the bag second, and A be the event of drawing a red ball. E1 is the event choosing the bag first, E2 the event choosing the bag second, and A is the event of drawing a red ball. Then PE1 is equal to PE2 is equal to 1 by 2, because PE1 will be 1 by 2 because there are two bags and we have to select one bag from two bags. So PE1 will be 1 by 2 and PE2 will also be 1 by 2. Now PA upon E1 means drawing red ball from bag first will be equal to this one, and PA upon E2 drawing a red ball from bag second. So in second bag, how many red balls are there? In second bag, 5 red balls. So PA upon E2 means drawing a red ball from bag second. So 5 upon 11, because total number of balls in bag second is 11. So similarly you can find PA upon E1 and PA upon E2 easily. After finding PA upon E1 and PA upon E2, because we have to find PE2 upon A. PE2 upon A means we have to find the probability that red ball is drawn from bag second. Clear? Means we, according to the question, we have to find the probability. So we have to find PE2 upon A. So PE2 upon A is equal to PE2 into PA upon E2 upon PE1 into PA upon E1 plus PE2 into PA upon E2. Put the values and solve, then you have the answer. Clear, students? So now you have to solve the questions related to these topics, and also you have to solve exercise 13.2 and 13.4 with examples. Okay, students? Thank you.